Welcome back, Redeemers. Thank you for joining us again. My name is Curtis.
I'm Nick.
안녕, 로입니다.
I'm Dimash IS BACK.
I'm Zach.
Hello, I'm Sean.
Sean's new. So we got a special request from April OP, I believe. Dimash Across Endless Dimensions. So without further ado, let's get into it and see what we got.
Volume.
I like Serenity.
This may be the first MV we watched for bro. Maybe the first MV we watched for him. Am I the only one that feel like Dimash has powers?
He does.
His voice too big for tracks. Yeah, but that's always kind of the feel whenever he goes. Is like I feel like all his things need to be like just vocal performances that are just it's like too much power for a track. This was wild, man. My mouth probably pause was open the majority of the reactions just because I felt like I was watching like a. I don't even know to explain what this was at first. First they showed me the little Caucasian girl, then this turns into like a spaceship John, the Phoenix. I feel like it's like a K-drama.
Like it would be an art drama, right?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, see what I mean?
It's from a movie called Creators. It's a soundtrack for a movie called Creators. That's pretty much the vibe I'm getting to. As far as him musically, I will give him his credit for being uber talented when it comes to vocals. I feel like that would only translate to these kind of songs, epic movie songs, you know, kind of just across endless dimensions. That's just kind of the vibe that I give him. Something super epic, intergalactic, or you know, something with a big adventure or quest attached to it. I can see him singing for like a Greek Odyssey, or you know, like the Battle of the Trojans, 300, something like that.
Sounds like this could have been on Buzz Lightyear New Joint or something. Just endless dimensions.
I don't think they're gonna have that dramatic of a scene. I don't know. Maybe they will, but
90% on Rotten Tomato.
yeah.
Nah, we're going.
I ain't say it was ass. I just said I don't know. But yeah, his voice is. He's OP. He's like Beerus or something, or Zyron. Like vocally, that's him. Yeah. Like that's just the like it's so much like.
Who's Weez then? Say nah.
Oh man, it's just the vibe I get from him. He's like super. When it comes to just having the vocals there, like I said, he's able to effortlessly go from one octave to another with minimal effort. It's just insane. As far as the video, I'll just say it wasn't for me. And yeah, I'll wrap up mine like that. The video wasn't for me. The song is epic. It's nothing I would download or listen to again, but it was a pretty decent watch considering. And his voice definitely set the tone for the epic video, or the epic images in the video at least.
If people had his voice as a top 10 voice all time, would you be behind that, or would you want some pushback?
Well, I don't argue with people's rankings no more. I mean, if that's the, you know what I'm saying, if that's what someone thinks, then it is what it is. Like I said, it's just one of those things. You can have all the power in the world, but how do you use it? The execution is more so what would make me detract from him, if anything. Like I said, it's just not for me as far as like just listening to any of his music again. But this was definitely a hell of a vocal performance.
This was beautiful. His voice is just God tier. Like it's insane to be able to do that with your voice. It's really no other way to explain. You know what I'm saying? When you're listening to him, it's just like, wow. And you know he keeps going. This was dope. I like this. I actually did like the video. It didn't bother me. I thought it was cool. It made me interested in the movie actually. It's a movie, right? Not a show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna download this and hashtag I can smoke to this as well.
I also thought the song was beautiful as well. Before, I believe Lo said it was a movie, I was confused at the video because of the different routes it was going. But these shots were really beautiful as well. Like just as beautiful as the song. I like this. I don't know if it's a download as well, but I do like this.
Got powers, man.
Well, for me, I was amazed by the vocals. Seriously, like when I heard the switch up, my eyes was like, "What's up? Like, what's going on here? Like, this is something different that I don't really listen to." But it's definitely it made me interested. And then I was trying to figure out what was the theme of the song, like creation, and I'm like, maybe it's some outer space type stuff. I wasn't sure. They came in the Earth, gave some people some powers. I don't know, but his voice sounded like it had power, so I don't know. It was pretty good, though, to me. I like it. It's a pretty cool thing, especially the guy with the eyes, the eye thing. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's nice though. Definitely like the movie. Definitely like it. Definitely like it. And I think I'll watch the movie too, just to see what it's about.
His voice is so incredible. I mean, the way he's able to literally hit every register of an octave or every octave like in the chart of voices or anything like that, and it just the way he'll jump like several levels within and then sink and kind of jump back up and everything. It's just so effortlessly, it seems, and how straining it must be in your voice. So I never want to take away credit or anything like that from those aspects for sure. This was definitely a different type of performance for me in the sense that I had never seen it any of his music outside of just a straight up show. So kind of seeing some of the editing behind, especially it being with the movie and everything like that. So I thought that was really, really cool as well. The visuals did help aid, a lot more with the message and everything like that for me. I would say probably my favorite part is kind of like how he would start off like with the seeming like death and the emptiness aspects of everything in the beginning, and his voice would be like a much more soft and somber kind of register. And then when he kind of seems to go through that rebirth, you see like the elements of like the phoenix or whatever sort of coming through, seeming like you're like kind of some sort of rebirth. And that's when his vocals like rise like really crazy. So kind of motivating, all those aspects and everything was done really well. And when it gets to the end, I kind of like how they had the whole idea of, the interdimensional aspect of it, kind of being so alone and like almost forgotten, and then trying to find, whether it's love or anything like that, the secrets of the universe, if you will, because you're no longer limited by space and time. So I love those elements within it as well. And, the whole idea of being empty as a desert, and then wanting to be showered with like oceans of love and, amongst the stars. So there's a lot of poetry within the lyrics as well. And, his vocals are just incredible. And I don't know how on earth he hit that note at the end for as long as he did as well. It almost doesn't sound humanly possible, but yet, he brings it to every performance that we see. So, this was incredible.
Yeah, what I will say too is peep bro definitely has a formula for his tracks and stuff like that. If it was a nitpick, I would like to see a little bit more of like his pen, just because for the most part with a lot of these tracks it is kind of like one like chorus, and then the verse is pretty simple, and then basically he turns that into like a vocal exercise, where he'd have took like kind of the same 6 or 7 bars and just flex for 3 minutes on it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. What did that?
No. That kind of was like my main point. Was just kind of.
Yeah, no, I definitely do agree. I definitely do agree on that. I would like to see what else he can do with his voice. Honestly, like can he just do like the what would this be considered?
This is a ballad, maybe like a. I'm not sure if they call it like a opera ballad and stuff, because Lowe's being nice, y'all. Lowe was trying to dance around, and he wished bro did a song.
I thought I was pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Nah, but he was being nice about it, and Moo's kind of alluding to it, and I'm kind of alluding to it. I do kind of want to see more of a song, and if that's not his twist or his blend,
that's what I was saying. I don't think that's his twist. I could be wrong. I think this is just big epic songs because of his vocal talent.
He may be like a Doja Cat, honestly, who could do everything. You know what I'm saying? So if he can do everything, or would you like spin the block?
I'll watch it.
I definitely get the vibe that he can do other things. Cause like I said, I felt as though he had like some type of opera in him. Like it was like really high pitched. Like he can hit those notes that the opera singers can hit. Like he sounds like he's very.
Or at least he has the tools to do everything
with his music. He can. I feel as though he can definitely meet a lot of
very
lot
theater-esque
of
as well.
points.
Very theater-esque as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like it like I said, it wowed me.
I will give a little bit more credit to the lyricism in here though, because I do think there's a lot more. I know when we checked out like War and Peace and Stranger and things of that nature. Like I definitely know what you mean as far as like it like him kind of seeming like it was like the same hook, and then the kind of carrying it vocally to a different level throughout. But I think there was a lot more lyricism and poetry within this particular song.
Oh yeah, no. What I said wasn't a diss towards the lyrics at all. It just was that we've seen enough to, let's call a spade a spade. This is kind of one verse. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's still beautiful, but it's just we've seen a lot from other people where you'll get 3 beautiful verses in one track, as opposed to kind of dancing around one verse. And like I said, I don't want to say that to undermine or like, you know, try to make it minimalize the greatness that's being in front of us. It's just at this point, being 5 to 6 songs in with him, now I feel as though I'm a fan. I'm allowed to nitpick a little bit and to want to see if other doors can be open from this artist. Because if I didn't give a fuck, I would just bullshit you and be like, yeah, this was great. Like, ready for the next Dimash joint, which I am. But now you have my curiosity, now you have my attention. But yeah, anything else you want to anchor?
Well, no, just to kind of go off of that point, like I definitely see like the aspects that you know, talking about. I think there's a lot more within this and everything. But what I will say is, from a performance aspect, I don't know an artist who would be able to regularly tour and hit notes like this every single day, every single song. So if this is some sort of thing that's like a once, like you had to be there to experience it sort of thing, like I wouldn't necessarily be, you know, shocked by that. Like I would just think, you know, that much strain on your vocal cords constantly would limit the amount of shows and things of that nature that you're able to do. But nonetheless, I mean, he's talented enough to clearly, you know.
Yeah, they said bro having week concerts, like concerts for a week straight and shit out in China.
Damn.
Here around. Ain't not that old neither.
Like, didn't we say this last time? Like, it was almost like an honor to hear his voice.
Really?
We're not worthy. Like, comment, subscribe. #Redeemers. Let us know what other Dimash tracks we need to get into. April, thank you for this. Love you guys, Steph. I'll have y'all.
Take care.
Peace.